Okay, screw it. I'll just go live. Hi, just Khaleesi. Hi, Gigi. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. My mic on. Hold on one second. Okay, we're live. Hi. Okay, so I was just going to read the latest drop because I was really looking forward to this. And I don't know if you guys already read it, but this was the response to Lively's request for sanctions. Remember, she was demanding for that birth video. I actually had a really cool icon for it, but yeah, this whole stream got messed up. Normally it lets me do a graphic, or set a time, and this one didn't. It just all of a sudden I saw just Khaleesi pop up when I was in the studio, and I guess that just meant that it went live without it didn't even let me put a thumbnail, which is so strange. But okay. We're just gonna roll with it, okay? But I did have a graphic that I wanted to use just for this stream. So should I just pull that up real quick? Because I was waiting to do it literally just for this. Okay, hold on. Share. Okay, present. Can you guys see this? Yeah, so anyways, that was I wanted to use this as the thumbnail for it because I made her Blake Lively's greatest hits, The Life of Milk Jugs, or her hit tracks, and one is her number one track is Childbirth is Corn to Me and Give Me Your Birthing Video. Her other hit tracks are Don't Look Me in the Eyes, that's SH, Come to My Trailer, It's Not a Setup. Number 5 is Sanctions. Number 6 is Sanctions Part 2. 7, Blue Jeans Baby, New York Lady. Oh, well, that one was not a hit. Number 8, Return My Calls, Tay Tay. Number 9, Judge Lyman is my BFF. Number 10, Steph is not my BFF. Anyways, that was just a little parody. Let me go back to StreamYard and make sure you guys can see that. Okay. And let me share this with you again. Oops. Sorry, 1 second, you guys. I just need to pull up the response. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to share it. Oh, remove that. Okay. Can you guys see this? Is that zoomed in enough? Let me see if I can make it more zoomed in. I guess it won't. It sounds like a legit track to me. It is. Hey, K-Bella. Aw. Hi, just Khaleesi. Okay, so I'm going to read this. You guys ready? All right. So, dear Judge Lyman, plaintiff asked this court to impose draconian sanctions against defendant Jamie Heath pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedures 37B2A for failing to provide video footage of his wife in labor and giving birth in violation of the court's August 27, 2025 order on Lively's omnibus motion to compel, or the order, docket number 711. Specifically, Lively seeks an order compelling Mr. Heath to produce all video footage depicting the birth video and precluding Mr. Heath from offering any evidence, including written or oral testimony, on the topic of his showing the birth video or any other portion thereof to Miss Lively. Lively does not come close to meeting Rule 37B's requirements for the severe sanction she seeks. The two flaws fatal to Lively's motion are that she never requested this footage in discovery prior to the discovery cutoff, and there is no clear, unambiguous court order compelling production of the full birthing videos. You guys, I just have to take a break there. I mean, I can't even believe I'm reading this. I cannot believe. I mean, whatever, Lively, in my opinion, is just, not the best person. I think she what was Steve Serwitz said? She forgot how to learn to be nice or something. Forgot how to be nice. But the fact that her lawyers literally put this in a filing that they were demanding a woman's birthing video, for their clients, like, allege SH just makes me, like, I just can't even believe that's real. Like, I really cannot believe I'm reading this. Just like I can't believe that I went live when I wasn't planning on it, but thanks you guys for being here. I'm glad we can get through this together. So let's keep going. Do we know who wrote this? Is this going to be Kevin? Oh, Ellen wrote this. Interesting. So it's going to be a little bit like more toned down. So not going to be as spicy as Kevin, but Ellen's good. Okay. So the last line, the two flaws fatal to Lively's motion are that she never requested this footage in discovery prior to the discovery cutoff, and there's no clear, unambiguous court order compelling production of the full birthing videos. The order directed the production only of the video requested in Lively's request for documents number 108, which sought documents concerning your allegation in paragraph 101 of the Wayfarer SDNY complaint that Lively falsely suggested that she was shown pornography or naked images of Heath's wife on set. In turn, okay, so Roser's declaration in turn states that what Lively saw was the first image at the start of the video, which shows Heath's wife, himself, and their baby after his wife gave birth at home, a natural birth or home birth, and that Lively falsely suggested that she was shown porn or naked images of Heath's wife on set. Naturally, a video including a newborn was taken after her birth. Ooh, burn. Do you guys get that? Because they were saying that it showed what Lively saw was the first image at the start of the video, which shows Heath's wife, himself, and their baby. So it's a post-birth video. Oh my God. Lively's pleadings state that Heath started playing a video of a fully nude woman with her legs spread apart. This is not inconsistent with the post-delivery video shown to Lively. Does she mean this is not consistent with the post? Do you guys think that was supposed to say this is not consistent, or am I just reading it wrong? Hey, Lily Mae. Just Khaleesi, first official butt live. I know. I something was weird with StreamYard because like usually when I set it up, it lets me like pick that like it says do you want to go now or in the future? It didn't let me do that. So I thought that was weird. It didn't let me do a thumbnail. I thought that was weird. But it also didn't have the red thing that said I was live, so I didn't think I was live. And then all of a sudden I was in the dashboard and just Khaleesi was like, "Hey." I was like, "Oh." Okay, Rose Wild said, "You can't see a woman's hoo-ha if she's submerged in water." Also, I know, and that tub, I mean, that's not like a normal like bathtub. That looks like, like a really high side. I don't know. This reminds me of like a really big planter or something. Live birth corn. I'm sure there's a real high demand for that, Blake. I know. I mean, I just can't even imagine how her mind went there. But oh, it was a tub. It looked like a clawfoot tub. Okay, so maybe it just was a really high, big tub. I thought it was like a I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell. I thought maybe it was like something they brought in just for this. But I'm not well versed on home births, but I do know that they're not corn. Okay. So anyways, Lively's pleading state that he started playing a video of a fully nude woman with her legs spread apart. This is not inconsistent with the post-delivery video shown to Lively. This is precisely what was produced on August 22nd, 2025, even prior to issuance of the order. Lively now belatedly denies that this was the video she was shown by Heath. However, Lively, who has repeatedly and variously described what she was allegedly shown in May 2023, did not object that the video produced on August 22nd was not the one that she was shown, as requested by Lively's request for production number 108. To the extent Lively somehow believed the RFP 108 encompassed all videos relating to a birth, it did not. Lively waited until September 24th to assert that the video produced was not what she was shown. The video was not what she saw. Sorry, you guys. Then she failed to timely file a motion to compel prior to the close of fact discovery on September 30th, 2025. And then they quote a case or cite case law, discovery motions must be brought before the close of fact discovery. To the extent that this sanctions motion is a thinly disguised and untimely motion to compel, it should be denied. I wanted to see what this footnote was. Where was this footnote up here? Where did we miss this already? I don't even see where she put this footnote, but let's just read it. Heath, at the director's recommendation, attempted to show Lively the video. Lively characterizes this as an incident of harassment. As a mother of 4 and an actress who was shooting a birthing scene for the film, Lively should know better. Oh my gosh. Ellen, I think Ellen is amazing. I think Ellen means the video doesn't match what she said she saw. Okay, thank you, Jen's happy place. Hi, Missy. No, don't be sorry that you're late. I didn't mean to go live. It was a butt live, as Khaleesi's calling it, because I didn't think I was actually live, and I guess I was. So here we are. So I'm not totally prepared, but oh, hi, Kenny. Catching up on fast. So good. You should go fast because it was a really clunky beginning. So I apologize. Rose Wild, it could be. It just looked like a deep one, like an old clawfoot tub to me, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you guys are probably right. I mean, I don't know anything about like live birthing, home birthing, whatever. But I do know that it's not corn and that like you couldn't see anything in that. And also it makes sense if Lively saw a baby in it that it would be a post-birth video. Jungle. Oh, you made a live. Yes, welcome. Well, this was kind of an accidental live. So, but I'm gonna try my best to try to be as professional as I can. Okay, so let's keep going. Lively now contends she should be allowed to cull through highly intimate and personal footage to find the portions that match her narrative that she was shown the actual birth when in fact she was not. The intrusion into the highly sensitive moments of a woman's labor and birth cannot be justified merely on the claim that Lively may find what she claims she saw. In short, Lively fails to show that she is entitled to sensitive private footage of Natasha Heath in labor and giving birth, particularly since Lively only requested an RFP 108, the short video showing Heath, his wife, and their newborn baby immediately after birth. Whoa. This is so good. And there's a footnote. Hold on. Let's just go down to that footnote. It says, Heath stores videos of the births of both his children on the same thumb drive. Lively does not make clear whether she is seeking the entirety of the footage of both births to search for whatever she claims she was shown. I mean, Ellen has like a very toned down spice. But she still has the spice. If you read it that way, and that's how I read it. Okay, let's go back. So, did we finish this part? Okay. Lively did not and does not Lively did not and does not Lively did not and does not seek clarity of the scope of the order, but as has become her unfortunate habit in this case, asked the court to jump right to the most severe sanctions available. An order precluding evidence relevant to Heath's defense against Lively's sexual harassment claim. In fact, this is only one in a string of sanctions motions in which Lively, recognizing that discovery failed to yield evidence to support her claims, seeks an adverse inference or preclusion order that would relieve her of having to prove her claims by eliminating evidence favorable to the defense. Whoa, that is a loaded sentence. In fact, this is only one in a string of sanctions motions in which Lively, recognizing that discovery failed to yield evidence to support her claims, seeks an adverse inference or preclusion order that would relieve her of having to prove her claims by eliminating evidence favorable to the defense. That's interesting. Wow. Do you feel like we're at the beginning of a takedown? I do. I just feel like I don't know. I kind of almost feel like we're like kind of finally like we've been an uphill battle this whole time. And I kind of feel like we can almost see the top, and that hopefully it'll be downhill soon. Well, probably won't because if they go, oh my God, the pretrial stuff will probably be a nightmare if we get that far. But anyways, let's keep going. Okay. District courts have wide discretion in imposing Rule 37B2A sanctions. Cite some case law. Courts consider the willfulness of the non-compliant party or the reason for noncompliance, the efficacy of lesser sanctions, the prejudice of the other party, the duration of the period of noncompliance, and whether the noncompliant party had been warned of the consequences of noncompliance. Lively fails to show willful disobedience of a court order. Willful disobedience is found only where the allegedly noncompliant party understood a clear court order. More case law, where the district court has authority to impose Rule 37B sanctions for noncompliance with a clearly articulated order requiring specified discovery. Lively contends that Heath violated the order. However, the order does not clearly direct defendants to produce all videos of Miss Heath giving birth. Rather, the order directs Heath to produce the video sought by the request for production number 108 and described in paragraph 101 of the Wayfarer SDNY complaint, namely the post-delivery, that's the key word, the post-delivery video shown to Lively in connection with the filming of a scene in which her character gives birth. Heath did so. Now, however, Lively claims that she learned at Heath's October 8th deposition that other, more extensive videos exist. Even if true that Lively only learned of the other birthing videos at deposition, it does not change the fact that the order applies to the videos described in her request for production 108 and paragraph 101 of Wayfarer's SDNY complaint. I feel like we need to pull these up. Do you guys already know what number? Did they say it was what did they say it was number 711? Okay, I'll pull it up after. Let's keep going. Heath confirmed at his deposition that the video shown to Lively and produced in this action was not an incomplete and altered excerpt of a longer video showing the full labor and birth of Heath's child, as Lively suggests. And then they cite the Rosler Declaration. It was a separate and distinct video taken after the birth of his daughter and kept on Heath's phone. Heath explained that he did not keep any of the more intimate birth videos on his phone as he was concerned about it falling into the wrong hands. In short, there is no court order directing Heath to produce all video footage recording the births of his children, but only the post-delivery video of his daughter shown to Lively on set as referenced in the pleadings and requested by Lively's request for production 108. Heath cannot be sanctioned for violating a non-existent order or one that did not clearly compel the production of evidence not sought in a discovery request. The pleadings do not reference any other birthing video, but only the short post-delivery video that Heath had on his phone. You guys, I cannot believe this is real. Oh, wow, look, I got a super chat. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Hello. How are you today? Hi, House of Chatter. How you doing? Hi, Missy. She said, that's what I was trying to say yesterday. I think the tides are turning. I know, but and then every time I say that, then I feel like, it's like we take, what is that song? 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's just like, and then I get like, hit with just Lyman being Judge Lyman again. But hopefully, I don't see how, he grants their sanctions or makes him turn over this birthing video of his wife. I mean, that is disgusting. It's perverted. It's ridiculous. Only like someone like Blake Lively and her team could pervert childbirth. That's ridiculous. And it's a post-birth video. And what did it say in the top of this again? Maybe I should just look real quick because it's going to bother me. I just want to know what they said the request for production was. Yeah. Oh, Lively's almost. Oh, well, that's a different one. Hold on. 711. Did you guys see what it just says RFP 108. If you guys can find that, let me know and I'll pull it up. Is it this one? Okay, well, let's keep going. So what page were we on? Oh, here we were. Okay. Second, a court should impose the least harsh sanction, which would serve as an adequate remedy. And they cite more case law. Courts should always seek to impose the least harsh sanction that will remedy the discovery violation. Lively seeks the harsh sanction of preclusion in addition to the production of all birthing videos. Yeah, and you guys remember that, like, she wants him not only does she want him to give the birthing video, she doesn't want him to be allowed to testify about why he showed it to her. It's just like, why? They wanna punish him for this in, like, such a draconian way, it's ridiculous. Okay, so let me keep going. Um, Lively does not explain why she is entitled both to discovery and a sanction that would preclude Heath from presenting evidence contradicting Lively's claim of a more graphic video. More case law, rejecting request to compel discovery, and issue a dispositive sanction at the same time as contradictory. Okay. Nor does Lively establish the significant prejudice required for preclusion. Another more case law, significant prejudice to the moving party may counsel for a harsher sanction. Okay. The birthing videos have little, if any, relevance. Heath does not dispute that he showed Lively a post-delivery video showing his nude wife holding their newborn daughter. The question of precisely what she saw will not be resolved by production of all birthing videos. A jury will decide this issue based on the credibility of the witness, not whatever Lively may cherry pick from multiple recordings. The only thing that Lively will accomplish is to intrude on a highly personal and intimate experience to the extreme distress of Natasha Heath. Oh my God. I wish I could put like emojis on this thing for you guys. Like, I just want to say burn, burn, burn. Like, I want the burn gif. Like, this whole thing. Wow. Wow. This is so good. I knew this would be good. I'm glad I get to read it with you guys, but this is so good. It's such a good takedown, and I haven't even posted on X yet. Okay. Third, the duration of the alleged noncompliance dictates denial of Lively's motion. District courts impose sanctions where discovery delays have persisted for months or involved repeated failures to comply with court orders. And then they say in Keurig, coffee litigation, awaiting sanctions for a 5-month period of non-compliance with 3 discovery orders. They say another case, sanctions typically not issued where non-compliance is less than 4 months. Okay. This motion is the first notice to the court of the alleged noncompliance. Thus, the duration of the alleged noncompliance is insufficient for Rule 37B sanctions. Oh my God, this is so good. Okay, fourth, cheers to Ellen. Sorry, I'm gonna take a quick cheers real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on. Okay. Fourth, the court. Wait, am I back? Let me just make sure I press the mic. Okay. Fourth, the court has not warned Heath of the consequences of noncompliance, specifically the failure to produce all footage relating to the birth of his daughter, and this is the first time this issue has been brought before the court. For the foregoing reasons, defendant Jamie Heath respectfully requests that the court enter an order denying Lively's motion in its entirety. You know, they're just so nice. Like, Wayfarer is so nice. I seriously would have been like, I want to sanction her ass for even bringing that up, like for lying, saying that he showed something that he didn't. And that, oh, thank you, just Khaleesi, for the duck. That is so cute. Is that what that means for the duck? Oh, for the StreamYard. Yes, thank you. I get it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. StreamYard is so expensive. I'm using the free one though, so don't worry. Rose Wild. I would have asked for sanctions also. Maybe it's coming. You know, let me just check the docket if this came with anything else. No, I don't see anything. But wow. Wow. I mean, I definitely I would have asked for I just can't even believe they even asked for that. And like, and I have the side by side of the, okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to remove this from the stage. I'm going to show you guys what it said in her other complaint. So hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay. Can you guys see this? Okay, so this was Lively's, I think this was, okay, so 84. So this is her first amended complaint. And she says, Miss Lively thought she would. Okay, so let me just read the whole thing. To add insult to injury, Mr. Heath approached Miss Lively and her assistant on set and started playing a video of a fully nude woman with her legs spread apart. Miss Lively thought he was showing her corn and stopped him. Mr. Heath explained that the video was his wife giving birth. Miss Lively was alarmed and asked Mr. Heath if his wife knew he was sharing the video, to which she replied, she isn't weird about that stuff, as if Miss Lively was weird for not welcoming it. Miss Lively and her assistant excused themselves, stunned that Mr. Heath had shown them a new video. So, but then this is like compared. So then, like, this is what Wayfarer said in their response. And they said, during lunch, as part of a continued creative discussion that Baldoni and Lively were having about the hospital birthing scene, Baldoni asked Heath to show Lively his wife's post-home birth video, stating to Heath that Lively had not seen one and was presumably interested in watching. Baldoni himself had seen the video prior and felt it was demonstrative of the spirit of his vision of the birthing scene. Heath agreed to share this deeply personal video and approached Lively with the video in hand. He proceeded to show her 1 second of it before Lively asked if Heath had the permission to share the video, to which Heath confirmed that he did. Lively stated that she would like to see the video, but asked to watch it after finishing her lunch. Heath did not press the matter and moved on. No, Lively never did see the video beyond the 1 second clip he showed her. The video in question showed Heath and his wife cradling their newborn daughter post-birth. Notably, his wife was not in labor in the video. In fact, the video begins with the cries of the baby while she is resting on her mother's chest. A still image of this moment is included below. Heath's wife remains covered with a towel for the duration of the video, submerged in water and holding her newborn. This entire interaction between Heath and Lively lasted less than 30 seconds. Lively later likened this 1 second clip to corn and stated that Heath showed her a video of a fully nude woman with her legs spread apart. The attempt to transform this benign event into an act of sexual misconduct is intentionally offensive, and to characterize a photo with a newborn baby as corn is perverse. See, like, this is the video. I mean, really? She thought this was corn. I mean, it's so disturbing. I don't even know what to say to that. And you guys have seen the actual video, right? I think I had posted it somewhere. Well, I don't really remember where, but let me stop sharing this. Okay. But yeah, I'm curious what the chat thinks. I mean, oh, and let me just see if there's anything else filed with that. I'm just going to check real quick. Because remember, they did ask for an extension for this. No, I don't see anything else. But we did actually, today we got our first filing. I think this was our first filing from, let me share this screen. Oh, it's not letting me shoot. What does this say? Why can I only see your profile pic? Oh, because I was sharing my screen and then I took it off. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, this was the other one from today, because I didn't recognize this letterhead. I was like, oh wow, is this our first filing from Alexandra Shapiro? It was just asking for let's see, it just says the Wayfarer parties, okay, have conferred with counsel for Miss Lively and jointly seek a clarification and brief extension of the current summary judgment schedule. Pursuant to the court's October 14th order granting the parties joint motion to extend. Oh wait, I'm not sharing it. Hold on, sorry. There you go. Can you see that, Landshark? Okay. Pursuant to the court, let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay. Pursuant to the court's order granting the parties joint motion to extend, opening briefs are now due November 12th. Pursuant to local rule, okay, oppositions would be due 2 weeks later on November 26th and replies due 1 week thereafter on December 3rd. When the court granted the parties joint motion, however, it did not set dates for the opposition and replies. The parties respectfully submit that in light of the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday and anticipated length and complexity of briefings, a slight extension of the default rules would be appropriate as followed. And so they want the oppositions to be due December 3rd, replies due December 12th. In addition, the parties note for the court that they have reached agreements on the page limits for summary judgment as follows. 60 pages for lively or Wayfarer parties opening brief or brief, 60 pages for any oppositions, 30 pages for reply. And then it just says, to the extent that Wayfarer parties choose to submit separate briefs for separate defendants, the total number of pages for each round of briefings would not exceed those numbers. Finally, the parties note that they have also reached agreement not to rely on expert discovery in their affirmative briefs and to defer any I don't even know what that word is, motions until pretrial motions in limine. So yeah, that I think this was our first filing from her. So anyways, that I just thought that was interesting. And also just on that note, because that sucks if we're gonna get if those so the motion for summary judgment is on Monday. I actually have to report for jury duty on Monday. I literally get called like clockwork. Like I feel like it's every 2 years or something I get called. And so I have to report on Monday. So I'm not gonna be here most likely unless like I don't get picked. And so I'll be really sad if I miss that filing. But I will be here for the responses for it. So, and wait, let me just put that other thing back on the screen. I love this. I want to put her other slide back on. Okay, can you see that? Oops. Sorry, y'all. It was a very last minute stream. Okay, so let's see what everyone's talking about. This is the same woman that lied about Justin creepily saying in an SH way that she smelled good because she thought there was no audio that could prove she's a liar. I know. And just think about it. Like, she's going to have like a jury. I just loved the way Ellen crafted that document. I didn't do justice to it by reading it because like she's so much more eloquent than me that like I struggled even reading the way she words things. But the way that she was wording it, how she was saying how this is going to be up to a jury to decide the credibility of a witness, and like how and that like it doesn't mean that like Lively should be able to cherry pick portions of Natasha's like birthing video to put together something that makes it look like corn. That's ridiculous. And it wouldn't make any sense. And this was a creative discussion. She had her assistant with her. Do you think they're just going to show her you know what I mean? Nothing they say makes sense. It frustrates. It's frustrating that this was even brought up. Oh, Missy, you like my title songs? Yeah, so this was like, because remember when she had her what was even the CD? I can't believe this case has so many crazy things. That was that damn declaration, which I have a whole series on. I have a 7-part series on that damn declaration, and Claire Ayub's recording ended up being submitted to evidence as a CD, which was crazy. So that's where I came up with the part on the left of her Got Milk CD. And then and then I put all those song titles recently. Let me go back in here and see if there's any other. What do you guys think? Do you like that filing? We're in for the long haul, but it's clear Blake has zero evidence. I know. And it's so desperate. It is so desperate. I can't even believe her. I still can't wrap my brain around the fact her lawyers went with this. There is something seriously wrong with Blake as she believes she has the right to silence others. Yep. I know. And I said that back, like, we were saying that when she did the 107 content creator subpoenas, that was ridiculous. She's so desperate. I agree. Christy, hi. How are you doing? I remember you had surgery last time, I think at a live, but you seem to have been doing well. I think you were dancing. Weren't you dancing to something? Hi, Ocean. Yes, thank you for reading. Well, I did. It was a really clunky read, so thank you for staying. Kay Bella says, I would have asked for Blake's birthing videos of all 4 kids. That's really funny. I don't know. Okay, off topic, but why do your usernames look different? That is a YouTube glitch. It's not the first time. And it's hard for me too, because I normally recognize your guys's like other, you know, because you have like your handle name and then the username, and for some reason it's resorting back to all of these. You know who would know is Christina. But I think she was modding all day. I don't know where she is, and no one knew I was doing this. It's just like I didn't know I was doing this, to be honest, until Khaleesi let me know that my video was live. I wonder if Blake will appeal Judd Wallace and move it to California. Well, yeah, I think she might try to refile in California, but I don't think it would stay. I mean, I don't think she would be successful, but I could see her doing it and like to be like retaliatory against him, you know, just to as revenge, you know, and because he still has his case against her in Texas, and she made a lot of money on this movie. I mean, with all the perks and everything, I think it was at least 40 million. So she can have her lawyers do whatever she wants. They'll be fine. Oh my God, Missy. How do I get to that? Missy, that is so nice of you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We love and appreciate you. Well, I love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. And you always add so much to chat. And this was so last minute. I feel bad. I did not really prepare anything. I was just so excited to read that response because I knew they asked for the extension. Lyman granted it on a Saturday. So I knew it was coming sometime today. And I really want to read it because I don't think that there's going to be a lot of more exciting filings like that I'm going to be here for, because on Monday, unless I don't get called, I'm going to start jury duty. And, you know, I've been called like, let me think. I think I've been called at least 3 times. I've never actually had to serve, but like it was like a really long selection process for at least like 2 of them. The third one, not really. And then, but now I live in a really small town, so I feel like I'm not going to get that same kind of luck. Thanks for all you do. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Angela, for your AngelaZ, I'm gonna say that wrong, but for your super chat. That is so kind. I really, really, I like appreciate it so much. And you have no idea. Like I didn't, and I kind of feel bad because I didn't really plan anything for this. This was like a last minute thing. So thank you for being here. And don't worry, like I will be putting together more videos in the future. So I am shocked at the amount of money she's asking for. Well, I mean, me too. I can't even comprehend that. I don't know how they're going to prove that. Um, I have no idea. Monday, we're gonna have DFJ withdrawals. Oh, thank you, Kay Bella. I'm gonna be having like docket withdrawals. I mean, at least like when I was called for jury duty. So where I used to live, that courthouse did not have really good Wi-Fi service, like at all. And so even on our breaks, like we couldn't even go online. It was so frustrating to like go all the way to like outside. And it was just like a big, the whole thing was like kind of annoying, but I still wanted to do it. I was willing to serve for all the cases. Like, and like one of them I thought was really funny because it was like someone had hit a person like on a scooter. And I guess where I lived, a lot of people did not like the people that use those scooters. And so when they would, you know, because like everyone sits in the room, you have a number, and then they call like the first like 16 numbers or whatever. And well, they first tell you the case, and then they would call like number 1 through 16 and sit in the seats. And then, you know, they would be like, how many of you like have, you know, used like a scooter? How many of you are drivers or whatever? And people would raise their hands, and then they would go through it. And like everyone like hated scooters. So this prosecutor was like having a meltdown, and it was so fun. The whole thing was so funny. It didn't even get to me, but imagine being jury duty for Blake's case. Oh my gosh, I know. And like, especially now, because I think I, you know, listened in on the jury selection for the Diddy trial. And I have threads on that. And that one was so crazy. Well, you know, I was following Inner City Press's thread, but then I would make threads to kind of show like, you know, how many were like female, how many were males, like how many had, you know, because with that one, the questions were so funny because it's like, how many of you know, because then they had the voir dire, and then they were asking them like how many people had issues with the law. And those questions were so funny, like people's responses to those. So for Blake's case, like, I don't even know how it happened. But you know what I do know is that I don't think that there's any way in hell, especially in New York, she's going to find a jury of her peers Who thinks it's appropriate to demand an entire birth video of someone else and then to call that SH, to call that harassment, to show a portion of the post-birth video in preparation of a birthing scene? I think like no jury is going to accept that. These are, and all these people are going to be, they're taking time out of their days. It's not like, I feel like it's a civic duty to do jury duty. You're not like, some people are lucky if their work will help pay for it, but some people aren't. And so it's a sacrifice, and all these people are going to sacrifice to hear this BS case. Like she's just, I don't see it ending well for her. Missy, I wonder if the phone does the 99 cent on everything. Oh, because it did 19.99. I don't know. Maybe yours is in like what is it called? Maybe that is why. Because that is true. I think on phones, like, doesn't Apple take a portion of some 99 cents of things sometimes? Yes, thank you. Please remember to like and subscribe. This one says, I would like to go to jury duty for Blake's case. Well, if you're in New York and you get called, and also, I don't know about everyone, but I know like where I am, I actually was allowed to choose my extension date because I was called for jury duty like right during my grandfather's funeral. So I was like, I can't. So I just extended it to like the next opening that I thought there was, and that's going to be on Monday. And yeah, but if you're in like New York and you get called and you can extend, I would extend it to late March. It just showed up as an even 20 when I clicked it. Christy says, I can't imagine being on jury duty for Blake. I would definitely be excused. Yeah. And you would think, but sometimes like you only have so many I can't even think of the word right now, but there's only so many like rejections like each side has, that they can be like, I don't want this person, I don't want that person. So then you end up being stuck with people. So you kind of have to take like what you can get. I saw Christy said something up here and I just missed it. Sorry. Can you believe her damage is freaking crazy? You butt stream live. I missed everyone. Yeah, I did butt stream live. That's like, that's the first and hopefully a last. And it was so weird because normally it says like, do you want to go live now or do you want to schedule it in the future? And it didn't say anything. And I was like, well, that's strange, but like it wasn't red, so I knew I wasn't live, but then I guess I was live. So there you go. Jungle says, is there a second album, All Sanctions? Oh, if there is a second album, All Sanctions, I know. Well, and that was the other great thing I loved from Ellen was that she was saying, they had how many? There's like 13 or something on the docket, and she does this every time. Lily May says, love this filing by Ellen, and love your CD. Thank you. I was really proud of the CD tracks. I just wanted to make sure I could use it for something. And it was supposed to be the thumbnail, which I can add later. So, yeah, you ladies made it rain. Thank you so much. That's so nice. What does this say? Her and Ryan. Oh, hey, Jesse and Max. Her and Ryan will subpoena the jurors. They'll say they were paid. Oh my God. They're going to pull every trick in the book for sure. I could totally see that. I wouldn't want to be a juror on that trial. An attorney told me once that the easiest way to get jury duty is to tell them that you believe only God can judge people. I haven't tried it, but he was serious. I don't know. I mean, I don't try to get out of jury duty. I mean, I've never tried. I always go. I just never get picked. Like by the time, like they never get to my number, but I get to sit there and like watch the whole thing. There was the scooter one took like 2 days for them to pick a jury. That one was really funny actually. Jury duty matters though. It really does. Yeah. And plus, while I'm at that courthouse, like I'm excited to pull up some things that I'm not able to get on our local court like website. So it's gonna be a fun little adventure. House of Chatter says they would have to include RR for damages. I don't know. He's not part of the case, but he is the CEO of Van Zandt. wait, and I hope we get some more Van Zandt things soon. I felt like we didn't get enough Van Zandt in uh Jen Abel's second amended complaint, but I'm being patient. If you don't hear from me during the trial, you know what happened. Oh no. Just Khaleesi. Missy, Blake lost nothing. Her reputation was already in the drain. She's not even worth the amount she says she's lost. I agree. And it was really strange how they were trying to like prove that. So, I mean, I think that Wayfarer should be able to disprove it. And who is the Bushbirds? I mean, they've been reading the comment section of Lively's stuff for a while now. And yeah, she was going way downhill early on. In fact, I'm kind of disappointed that Wayfarer didn't vet her better before that she ended up with this role. I've never been on jury duty, knock on wood. Well, it's not bad. I think that I mean, the only one I would have not wanted, but I would always want to do my civic duty and like sit on a jury, and I think it's part of the process. I want to make sure to help see justice if possible. The only one I would not have wanted to sit on was the YSL one. That is like that has to be like a record for the longest trial in history. That went on, that was like over a year, and even one of the jurors said that because her company pays for jury duty, and that they had changed the rules because of that, because of what happened to her, because they ended up paying her. So now they changed the rule where they'll only pay for 2 months or something of jury duty. Blake better not complain about jury tainting after announcing her pending lawsuit in the New York Times. Exactly, Lily. Exactly. And that's part of Judd Wallace's defamation lawsuit in Texas against her. He defamed her in that article, in the CRD, everything. I can't wait to see her lawyers try to pull their shit in Texas. I would tell all the lies in order to be a Blake's juror and then secretly get all the other jurors to require Blake to pay content creators $1 million. That's a good idea. That's really funny. Blake's side will complain no matter what. They always do. They always complain. And I do think that this motion for sanctions and a demand to compel or whatever this birthing video, I think both are going to get to. I don't even think Lyman can justify doing this for her. Or he might just do nothing, which he's done with almost all the other sanctions, right? He just like lets them sit on the docket. So, and it was funny also, in the jury selection, the last one that I did, one of the people, she was like, what did she say? Oh, yeah, for the scooter one, she said that like she works in like an office for malpractice, and so she felt like she deals with this kind of like biased stuff all the time or something. Like she was really trying to be like, I work in a law office, like you don't want me here, and I'm not going to believe you know, the prosecution. I'm not going to believe these medical records, whatever. And then she got picked. She somehow still ended up got picked. And she's like, "Are you serious?" Like she said out loud, she's like, "Are you kidding?" It was really funny. So even everything you can try saying anything, and sometimes you'll still get picked. You just never know. It ends with this jury. Do you think I mean, I do. Well, I do think I'll make it to trial, but then part of me is like, I don't know. Well, I mean, she's gonna go with nothing, but we've seen other cases where people will go with nothing when you're kind of like a narcissist and you don't listen to people. You're just like, "I'm gonna go to trial," and her lawyers are getting paid, so they're gonna go. They don't care. Christy, I missed you. I lost your other chat, but I wanted to pull it up where I asked if you were feeling better, and then it like disappeared. Yeah, I lost it. Sorry about that. Anyways, So that is our filing, and we'll see. I wish I knew how to do a poll. Okay, here you are. You're doing great. Okay, good. Yay, I like when everyone's happy and healthy. Oh, you don't know. Look at Laura Owens. Oh my God, was that today? Did that happen? No, that was yesterday, right? Yesterday, that Laura Owens trial. Oh my gosh. I think most of you know that story in here, but she was the one that every time like a guy rejected her, she claimed to be pregnant with twins, and like would file these protective order against these guys and just ruin their lives. She has at least, I don't know, like 4 or 5 victims. One got justice, and then yesterday she didn't even show up to this trial. Was that yesterday, really? Yeah, it was yesterday. She didn't even show up. So, which is crazy because I think we all said we didn't think she was going to show up, but like the judge kind of told her she had to show up, and then like she also had to file or she had to get permission to even go because she's like been indicted for all these like criminal charges in Maricopa County, Arizona. So she had to get permission to travel to this trial, which was in San Francisco. And we saw that she did file for that. So she was supposed to go. And then I guess she had some kind of emergency. So that case got dismissed. So yay. Justice for Mike Maricini. Is that his name? Yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. So anyways, as I'm just looking through the chat, making sure I didn't miss anything or miss anyone. But I will make a post on this. I'm gonna reread it again because it was so good. I'm so glad that I got to read it with you guys because I think Ellen is incredible. Jungle said if it's redefined on the internet, we're about to have a generation of traumatized men. Yeah, no kidding. Ocean said her and Ryan are pedos. They just are. I mean, I just don't know how your mind can go there. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me. Trying to sanction Heath, this is Lily May says, trying to sanction Heath over this was a really bad move by Blake. I feel her actions are going to really start biting her now. Enough rope. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. I agree. Thank you for asking. How was your eulogy for your grandpa? I hope you are doing okay. I haven't caught you on a live for a while. LOL. Happy accident for your butt stream. I know. The life of milk jugs. DFJ's butt stream. I have to rename this. That didn't even make sense. But I was going to say DFJ's butt stream of the life of milk jugs. I mean, it probably will get totally demonetized anyways. But yeah. So the eulogy went actually really well. It was like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life because, he was my favorite person in the entire world. And I felt like I had nothing, and I kept would write stuff down, and then I felt like it wasn't good enough. And there was a lot of people. It was like a whole community there because again, we did it like a whole entire month after the burial. And so that's kind of a long time, and I don't think it's actually pretty normal. And Khaleesi says butt merch coming to you soon. Oh no. Um, and so then yeah, so and I had his cologne because I was in the hospital with him when he passed, and I had this hospital smell I wanted to get out of my memory. So I had his cologne. I kept spraying his cologne. I was literally drenched in his cologne, trying to channel him, asking him for help to help me make sure I write this good. And because there's going to be a lot of community members there, I wanted it them to feel like he was speaking to them also. And so I just kept writing and writing. And then the hard part, then when you tried to say it, then I realized there's some things I still wasn't ready to say. I would cry, on the weirdest things, saying he was my favorite person in the world or my best friend, things like that. Or I can say it now, or he was my rock. Those things I couldn't say for some reason. So I had to take out a bunch of things and rewrite and rewrite. And then my friend came, and I told her she came the day before. I was like, okay, I'm going to read it to you. I was like, we're going to be up all night working on this. And I read it to her, and she just started crying. She's like, no, it's perfect. So that was good. But then I had to once we realized that we got it perfect, then I had to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and practicing it so I could say it. Like, I read that, like, you can, like, train your nerves not to cry if you, like, do it at least, like, 10 times. So I did it, like, 20 I practiced it, like, 20 times, the whole thing. And then I did it, and I think it went well. So it was but the only thing that I would recommend not to do that I did is, I mentioned how I wanted to fulfill one of his, like, last wishes, which was to save this parcel of land that's been a wildlife refuge, like, for all these animals for, like, almost, like, a century. And now the trust of that estate are selling it to they're an escrow with a developer. And, and so all these animals and the previous owners, and I've done a lot of digging now, and the owners that are now gone. So the trust, it's under the trust now, but those owners, they were like nature lovers, and they literally, that's why they didn't touch all this land. They have that one house like on the top of it, and they have all this land, like all these acres around it, and they curated it for this wildlife. And so I said that in my speech. I was like, like one of, before he passed, like this was something he wanted to do. So if you want to help with that effort, like this is what one of the ways I'm going to try to keep him alive and fulfill this last wish. So I just wish I hadn't said that, because now I'm in it and I'm in it deep. And it's like, I don't know if I could actually fulfill it. So that's the only thing I kind of regret, because we're fighting, like the neighborhood's fighting. Oh, Kenny said, I wish I could help you save them. I know. And I'm trying. Are they endangered species? Well, I don't know. Are bobcats endangered? We have like all sorts of, there's like sheep, there's like bighorns, there's mountain lions, ringtail, um, a lot of like different there's a lot of different things. I don't know. But we're going to do an environmental study. And actually tomorrow I have a consult with a lawyer to see like if there's any legal way to go about this without having to spend like the 8 to 11 million that it would cost to put in a backup offer to buy it. And by the way, Kenny, you're amazing. And just make sure you give all your love to Kenny, because, Hemsi is now in heaven, her puppy, and they had a big fight. And I told her, I was like, she's there with all of our rainbow fur babies, that have crossed the rainbow bridge. And I told her my grandfather's there with him too. And he's an animal lover. So all of our, animals are too good for this world. That's why they don't live as long as us. That's what I always say. Maybe an environmental study or group in the area that may want to protect the mountain lions. I don't know. And I don't, there is an environmental group. Well, there's a preserve that's like willing, like if we could get the money to put in the backup offer, there is a land trust group already that said that they could, take care of the land, and which would be great. But like, I don't know, I've had like 2 meetings about it this week. So more neighbors are on board, because like the whole thing is just kind of disturbing, because for example, like with bobcats, like you can kind of, if there's bobcats in your area, it kind of is a signal for the health of the area. And so we only have like, I've only seen like one regularly, but there's other people have seen two. So I mean, that's not like it's that many, but it is important to have at least those ones, because they control a lot of the vermin population, and it just shows kind of the health of the ecology of everything. And so when you develop, and because of the where this area is, it's by a wash where there's water, it's by mountains, and so it will cut off like their migration route. Like they won't be able to go anywhere, all these animals, and it's so sad. But we have the neighborhood effort is picking up again. I'm gonna meet with the lawyer tomorrow and see if there's any legal way we can go about it without having to, because I mean, it's just, I don't think that we'll succeed if we have to come up with the money to buy it. It's just I hate to say impossible, but it's kind of impossible. But we did put up signs actually. So last night, one of the neighbors like printed these signs, and they're on every single yard, like all around this land right now. So it looks good, and we have like, we're working it. We're gonna hopefully save them. So again, that's a really, really long answer. So that's the only thing I want to do. If anyone ever is in an unfortunate position where they have to do a eulogy, that was my process. come out secret millionaires. Yeah, where are you? I think we even need like billionaires. Quarterface says, "Oh no, I was cleaning the bathroom and missed an hour of live." Well, the first 15 minutes was kind of a disaster. So you can skip that part. And it was a very last minute thing. I didn't really know I was live. Just saying the Rainbow Bridge brings tears to my eyes. Lost my soul dog, Max, a year ago. Pets are angels sent to live with us. They really are. I know it does. It always brings tears to my eyes too. It's just like, but I've always, one thing I always say is like, it really, really hurts our heart. But I always feel like I always have to remind myself because I love animals. I'm always with animals, which unfortunately means I've had to deal with a lot of animals crossing the Rainbow Bridge, and then plus, for those who know me from way back when I would stream, when CJ and I brought me on that one stream we did where we talked about like evil, I won't say it on this stream, but like I've seen really evil things that have happened to some of my pets, and it just traumatizes you, but it hurts your heart and your heart will ache. And I always say it's because like your animal has to take part of your heart with it when it goes, but you just have to remember that they left part of their heart in its place. So it's with you, it's in your heart. You just have to feel them in your heart, and it will take a while, but they're there. Love you, Kenny. Sorry to hear this. Sending biggest virtual cuddles. Yeah, me too. Yeah, if there's any endangered species, you get to help. I'm saying even a beetle. And that's so funny because that's what the land trust person said. She said something, we have to look for the something beetle. And I was actually on that land and like I keep going over there. I hope I don't get like a trespassing ticket or something. Or like arrested, but because I keep wandering there and I was like looking for like I was looking for any insects or like holes of things that bury itself and looking for like tracks or whatever. And because she said that, but I think we're going to end up having to do an environmental survey and we'll see. Um, but just, I wouldn't make those promises that you can't, I didn't know it was going to cost that much when I said that in my eulogy that I wanted to help like save this land for the animals, but we'll see. Mamacita. Who's that? That's for Missy, right? Oh yeah, because her daughter calls her that. I love this. She told me this and I felt she was right about this. I truly believe it. Like and I really feel it. Like I feel like there's from their piece of their hearts are in your heart. Hi Jane. Hi everyone. Sorry late. Had a basketball game for the grandson. Well, I hope it was fun. Hi there everyone. Hey Khaleesi. Chrissy said, "I'm not sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry you have lost a fur baby. I know that is the worst." Missy said she was researching for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. All you can do is try. And I'm going to try. I'm really going to keep trying and it will be an adventure. We'll see. And like I'm going to pull up the trust of this person when I'm in the court on Monday for my jury duty. So when I'm there, I'm going to see if I can like if there's anything in that trust cuz like if the original owners like they purposely did not do anything to this land because they wanted it to be a safe haven for all these animals. They have acres. It's like a lot of acres of land. It's like 40 acres of land. Um, they did that on purpose, and I even found there's literally newspaper articles about it. And so I just don't understand why then the trust would think it's okay to sell to a developer. So I'm just going to be interested in seeing if maybe in the trust anywhere it like spelled out that they're passing down their home for people to live in. I don't know. I don't, I'm dealing with my grandfather's like will and estate and trust right now, and he doesn't really spell out like who the house can't be sold to or something, but his is not like that. Like there's no way a developer could live there because it's like in a mountain. Um, Christine Lily Mae said, "So true. It's been over 10 years for me, and I still cry about missing her." My auntie said to me, "There's a reason dog spelled backwards is God." I know. I love that one too. I really do. I wonder if you can get signatures to save the land. No, because now there's all these things like all these developers get kickbacks because they call it like affordable housing. They're like, "Oh, we're going to build like, all this housing," and then they'll make like one or two units affordable and then the rest isn't, and then they get it's like a loophole. It's almost like in every state if you look this stuff up. It's crazy. And then the state gets like kickbacks too. It's just like all a big scam from what I understand. She engraves everything. Oh, I have to go back to see what you said. Oops, sorry, you guys. My chat just got like. It is a scam. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's such a scam. Yeah, it is. And especially like, and there's like there's owls too, like, which now whatever. Now for the West Coast, like they're allowed to like kill a bunch of owls to save the spotted owl, even though it was the loggers to begin with that killed the spotted owls. But they're saying that that the barrel owls were better hunters, and that's why we have no spotted owls. I don't know, but now they're literally like allowing people to kill like 200,000 owls. So now we can't even say the owls should be protected. We do have nighthawks, we have bats. I mean, there's a lot of things, but the beetles is a something. So I have to look into that, and we'll see. What up, DFJ? Hey, Hans. I just saw you on Kassidy's stream. That Kassidy's stream was so good today because she went over the Jed Wallace, getting dismissed. What the heck did I just come into? I know. You should probably leave. I should warn everyone. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this live. I might just like, what is it? Like, make this live not public. It was kind of a disaster. Yeah, leave the owls alone. I agree. No, totally agree. I love all of them, but we were saying, yeah, because I'm trying to save this land that all these animals that's been like a refuge for animals for like 100 years or whatever, and now the trust of this estate are like selling it to developers, and so we're trying to save it. Yeah, it was. She just read Ellen's response and saw you were on, so I had to pop in. Oh, wait, hens. Kassidy just read Ellen's response just now, the same one that I read, because I thought she wasn't live anymore. That's why I went live. Oh, uh-oh. Did I mess up? Is she still live? Okay, I don't want to. Let me see. I'm going to send you guys over there if she's still live. Because you will get. I don't see it. Is she still live? Oh, I see. She was. Oops. I'm sorry, Kassidy. She ended it. Okay. Oh, hi, AC. She said no, she's not. Okay. Kassidy did 2 lives today. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, Ellen's response was amazing, and I was waiting for that all day. I'm so excited. And we'll see, but I will let you guys go now. Thank you. I am so appreciative of everyone who came by and stuck around for this disaster but stream. And hopefully I can laugh about this later. Ellen's response was chef's kiss. Yes, she was. It was very good. I wanted some fire from oops, I did the wrong one. I thought it was going to be Kevin, but I think Ellen brought it. Ellen did not mess around. Like the whole thing was so good. I can't wait. I'm going to read it again so I can post it on X. Yes, thank you, Missy. Thank you, everyone. And it was not a disaster. We love it anyways. Thank you, Kenny. You guys are way too kind. But I'm going to do better next time to make up for it. So you guys have a great night, and I will see everyone soon, okay? Thank you.